जय
नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ज्ञानतिमिरस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनाशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा विरामह्यं ददाति कृष्णपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरोन् वैष्णवंश्च श्रीरूपं सहगणं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं राधा कृष्णपदां सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितस्य हे कृष्ण भगवान् सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते
हरे कृष्णा हरे हरे राम
Canto 4, chapter 22. Thank you for the nice connection. Chapter entitled Forkumaras meeting with the four things. Maitreya Vacha.
मैत्रेय उवाच
जनेषु प्रगृणत्स्वेकम्
जनेषु प्रगृह्णन्ति
जनेषु प्रगृणत्स्वेकम्
जनेषु
कृतं पृथुलविक्रमम् कृतं पृथुलविक्रमम् तत्रोपजग्मुर्मुनयस् तत्रोपजग्मुर्मुनयस् चत्वार सूर्यवर्चसः चत्वार सूर्यवर्चसः
मैत्रेय उवाच मैत्रेय उवाच येषु प्रगृह्णस्वेवम् जनेषु प्रगृह्णस्वेवम् विक्रमम् मैत्रेय उवाच
जनेषु प्रगृह्णत्स्वेवम्
जनेषु प्रगृह्णस्वेवम्
ऋतुं पृथुलविक्रमम् तत्रोपजग्मुर्मुनयश्चत्वारः सूर्यवर्चसः
मैत्रेय उवाच जनेषु प्रगृह्णस्वेवम् मृदुल विक्रमम् तत्रोपजगुर्नयः तत्त्वास्तूयवर्चसः Maitreya Uvacha.
The great sage Maitreya continued to
Great sage Maitreya continued to speak. The nation, the citizens, Pragranats,
while praying for
and praying for
Evam,
Evam,
thus Uttam unto Maharaj Pitru, Putila, Nidhi, Dharmam, or Tatra, there, Pachagmuhu,
arrived. Punaya,
Kumaras,
Kumaras,
Chatwara,
Chakravarti,
four,
four,
Surya,
Surya,
the
sun,
Vachasaha, right. Translation. The great sage Maitreya said, while the citizens were thus praying to the most powerful king Prithu, the four Kumaras were as bright as the sun, arrayed on the spot. From the Siddheshwara Raja, Yogamavatar Totisha, Lokapan, Purvanan, Sanagochashtalakshita. Seeing the glowing effulgence of four Kumaras, the masters of all mystic power, the king and his associates could recognize them as they descended from the sky. Purport: the four Kumaras are described herein as a Siddheshwaran, which means masters of all mystic power. One who has attained perfection in yoga practice immediately becomes master of the 8 mystic perfections. To become smaller than the smallest, to become lighter than the lightest, to become bigger than the brightest, sir, biggest, to achieve anything one desires, to control everything, etc. These four Kumaras and Siddheshwaras had achieved all the yogic perfectional achievements, and as such they could travel in the outer space without machines. While they were coming to Maharaj Prithu from other planets, they did not come by aeroplane but personally. In other words, these four Kumaras were also spacemen who could travel in space without machines. The residents of the planet known as Siddhaloka can travel in outer space from one planet to another without vehicles. However, the special power of the Kumaras mentioned herewith is that whatever place they went to would immediately become sinless. During the reign of Maharaj Prithvi, everything on the surface of this globe was sinless. And therefore, the Kumaras decided to see the king. Ordinarily, they do not go to any planet which is sinful. Maitreya Vacha, Janeshu Prakarat Svevam, Pratulekravam, Tatrapajikvarmanayas, Tatrara Surya. I neither have any qualification nor have any realization. Just because I'm visiting, just taking the order from Narahari Chaitanya Prabhu, I'm just speaking. Trust me, I neither have any realization nor do have any qualification. So I seek blessings from all of you. Human life is actually meant for self-realization. Whenever I meet new people, just to trigger interest, I ask them a couple of questions. If you're all interested, I'll ask the same questions to all of you. The first question is, two years before taking birth, how many of you know you will take birth on this birth date? 2 years before taking birth, where were you? Just think of it. I'll stop the class right now. Just think of you where you were 2 years before taking birth. How many of us know our birth date before taking birth? Does anyone know? Okay, first question is over. How many of us know we'll take birth to these parents? Population is 8 billion population. So out of 8 billion population, how many of us know we'll take birth to these parents? Third question. The world is so big. The world is so big. How many of us know we'll take birth in Asian continent, India, maybe Bangalore? How many of us know we'll take birth here? Before I ask my fourth question, how many hours you sleep? Anybody here who sleeps 8 hours? Okay, 6 hours. 1/4 of the day. My fourth question is this: 1/4 of the day. Who are you when you sleep? Man or woman? Indian or American? Hindu or Muslim? Engineer or doctor? How many of us know who we are when we sleep? So, in other words, if you live 100 years, 25 years, we do not know who we are. Do you agree? Actually, it is much more than that. Prahlad says 50% of life is gone in sleep only because children sleep first year to second year 20 hours. So people usually sleep 7-8 hours actually. 1/3 of the day is gone sleep only. Last question. From tomorrow down the line, 6 months, how many of us know what is going to happen? We don't know why we took birth. 1/3 of the day we don't know who we are. We don't know what is going to happen in our life. Ladies and gentlemen, that what is the goal of life? I don't want to go to school. Everyone is going. My parents forced me. I went. I don't want to go to college. My parents forced me. Then I started going anyway. In India, there are only 2 courses anyway: engineering or medicine. You did that. You got some job. One day, one person comes and says, I'm already in America making money. Oh, I should go to America. Then somebody says, I'm already married. Okay, somebody's married. You want to marry. Some people get married. Many people get married. So whether you like it or not, children will come. So Indians think if I make money and give it to children and die, they think that is a success of life. Even if you agree. More or less it's true. Sahasriga paryantam haryat brahmano viduratri sahasrantam teho ratri vidojana. If you translate this verse into mathematics, Brahma lives for 311 trillion 40 billion years. Compared to 311 trillion 40 billion years, what is 80-90 years? Still, we are so absorbed in the bodily consciousness. We are so busy for what? I still live in West Virginia in Vrindavan. 20 years ago, the biggest problem was honeybees. Now we don't have that problem. All glories to the cell phones. All the bees were killed. But those days there were a lot of bees. One day I thought of them. If you just go and tell them, hey, you're just roaming around, living such a wonderful place as Vrindavan, why don't you come and attend any one of the classes? You know what the busy used to say? That's my concoction. Busy. They would say we are busy. Busy what? Collecting honey. If you translate for humans, it is collecting money. Like just attend one class. No, busy. Busy bee. They would not come. One day, I don't know, November, I was just climbing upstairs. In India, people don't appreciate sun so much because he comes every day, you know. But America, sun is worshipped actually because sun comes once in a while only to remind us that he is there. Otherwise, he doesn't appear. So uh, I was climbing upstairs. Then I happened to see these honeybees struggling for death. All their wings fell off, praying for the death to come, which won't come so soon. Tiryati anena iti sariram. What is body? Now I'm not talking about honeybees. I'm talking about human life. Before I explained about this, that line I spoke, quoted by Charak in Ayurveda. They never attended the Bhagavatam class, but they were spending their time making money. So making honey, I'm sorry. Making honey, not just one bee's hard effort, but all the honeybees' effort put together is collected in the form of honey that is sold in Walmart for probably $50, which is less than 1 hour income for any 1 hour income for any Indian in America. So when I tell this story, what you will say? Foolish bees. So likewise, when devatas watch us working so hard just to collect that money at the expense of spirituality, devatas say, foolish human beings. You don't understand. You have seen this. You have seen your grandfather leaving this world. You have seen same thing probably for some fathers also. Why can't you invest? Pasyati apasyati. We see but we don't see. That which is going to be slowly destroyed is body. So you go to doctor and say, I'm getting pain. Doctor say, come after 6 months. Then it will develop. Problem won't develop tomorrow. It takes time. So goal of human life is actually self-realization. Cats and dogs, beasts, birds, reptiles, they don't come together on Thursday morning and sit down in the morning to inquire what goal of life is all about. No, but we don't see any animals doing that. Only very well refined human beings do that. Not so qualified, got a job in 1996. That's the first time I came to Bangalore. I got a job in Singapore actually. I took a flight from here. Coming to Bangalore 27 years later, only to feel sad. No, this probably this much more upland than New York or Dallas. So, when very rich, it's superficial. Superficially doesn't last long. I was in Hyderabad also. So yes, concrete jungle. But what's the reality? People are very disturbed. You know. So every marriage in America is love marriage. Means during courtship, I can't wait to see you. When will it become tomorrow, 6 o'clock? We'll meet in the college. But the same marriage, once they're married, 3 years later, I don't want to see you. Earlier, I can't wait to see you. Now I don't want to see you. What happened? The egos come out. Once that infatuation is gone. Human life is meant to get rid of the impurities, meant to cleanse the heart and awaken that love of God. Dumme navriyate vahnihi yata darsho malena cha tatalbena vrato garbhas uthate nidamo. Today our heart is filled with lust. And how fire is covered by smoke. how mirror is covered by dirt, how his baby is covered by the feet, the womb of the mother. That way, our pure love of Krishna is covered with lust. Cleanse it. So, so that is my introduction actually. What is that? One day I became 29. I don't want to become 30, I said. And I forget about 30, what 30. The years rolled on very fast. I have a problem in reading actually. Can you believe? No, I read it, of course. There, even if there are mistakes here and there, please do forgive me. So the story is about Maharaj Prithu. Yesterday I was actually, uh, I was saying Maharaj Prithu. I just want to. Uh, that's, actually, if you can take this book out, that's fine. That's better. I just the chapter. This before forkumaras landed. Maharaj Prithu, I just want to touch for a few minutes before we actually go to the actual verse today. He was speaking, he was giving instructions to his citizens. And he said, follow Varnashram Dharma. He was telling his citizens, follow Varnashram Dharma and serve Krishna. So it's with the immediate application I was thinking, first of all, one should know his nature. Varnashram Charvata Purshena Parhuman Vishnu Aradhyate Panta Nanya Tattvashaka. The Sanatana Dharma as a Vedic culture is actually Varnashram Dharma. You know, stay where you are, Asthana Stashati Tanvan Manobar. But add Krishna to your life. Add Krishna to your life. Samsiddhar Haritoshanam. You know. So you should know your nature. Today Kali Yuga, everything is mixed up. Srila Prabhupada said, Prabhupada came to America. One reporter asked, why you are trying to bring caste system of India? Prabhupada said, I am coming to America to bring casteless society. But the reality in a Christian tradition also, it's caste based. If you are very rich, you will enter the church through the front door. If you are poor, you will enter the church through the back door. So Afro Americans and the whites, they have problem. So many problems in America also. Not that. But Prabhupada said, no, I came to introduce a casteless society. Our Varnashram Dharma is based on 3 modes of material nature. What a Krishna's amazing, huh? So anyway, I will not touch there because we have to touch the today's verse. So Varnashram, that you follow, you understand your nature and understand your gunas, and then add Krishna to your life. Then second one, the easiest way to cleanse the heart is Sarva Vaishnavas, Brahmanas. That's what he's telling us. What is the easiest way to please Krishna? Not through erudition or scholarship, or but through Seva, Vaishnava Seva. One day we were in Srirangam. Some devotees came and said, what should we pray for? Sometimes we do not even know what we should pray for. Namaruch Jivataya Vaishnava Seva. My Lord, give me the taste for the holy name. My Lord, compassion for the living entities and service to the devotees. And so our heart become, Prithu Maharaj is telling, if you do this, your heart will become cleansed. And very interesting, as for his devotees, don't offend others, he is telling his citizens. Somebody criticizes you, आप तलवार उठाइए मत. When somebody criticizes you, don't lift the sword. I have no problem. That's okay. But you don't criticize others. If you, this temple will grow into threefold in few years if we decide not to criticize others. One day we just opened a small temple in Michigan. I said, even though our heart is filled with envy and greed and all the impurities, if 5 devotees in the temple decide to practice a pure devotional service, Nyabhilashata Sunyam, Jnana Karmadhyana Vratam, Vinkulyana Krishna Anusilanam Bhaktiruttama. Even if with all the impurities that are there in my heart, I will not criticize anybody. I will focus on sadhana and service and sangha. If grihastha once in a week, Monday to Friday, make your home temple. Weekend, make a temple your home. If all the grihasthas take this up, weekend I'll come here and do the service. Trust me, there won't be any quarreling at home. There won't be, there may be disagreements here and there, that's okay. When Gandhi had disagreements. But that's okay. We all have disagreements. But if you Monday to Friday, if you make your home temple, and weekend if you make temple your home, and even only 5 devotees, not a 50 devotees or not devotees. If 5 devotees decide, with all the impurities in my heart, I want to practice pure devotional service. That is my aspiration. What is pure devotional service? I want to please Krishna so that Krishna will come and see me on. I'm not qualified though. These are the 3 instructions actually, I found that is a summary of the chapter before. But as he was talking actually, the 4 kumaras descended. No? 4 kumaras were actually, they were Brahman realized. Tasyaravinda, Padaravinda, Injal Kamishra Tulasi Makarandavadi, Antargata Swavirena Chakaratesham, Sankshobham. One day, because they were self-realized, Brahman realized, they were traveling, they were wandering in the outspace, and they were traveling in the Brahman, that Paravyama spiritual sky. When they were in the outskirts of Vaikuntha, and one day, luckily by their good fortune, what happened? The air blew, carrying the aroma of tulsi leaf, and entered into the nostrils of 4 kumaras. Then what happened? Sankshobham, Aksharajusham, Apchitta Tanva. By just by smelling the aroma of tulsi leaf, they were so agitated by this fragrance. They rejected Brahman realization and started a Kumar Sampradaya. Their darshan, they have descended into the court of Prithvi Maharaj. No? So, I have a question for all of you. 1 hour before meeting devotees, how many of us know we'll meet devotees and it'll change our lives? How many of us know that? 1 hour before, or 10 minutes before meeting a devotee, he will give you a book, he'll give you a prasad, he'll invite you. So many people came to this temple. Why only you stayed means the mercy flowed. How many of us know? 10 minutes before taking the first step in bhakti, I will take it up and my life will change. None of us knew. What is our qualification? I have broken all the 4 regulative principles? Or I have broken 3 regulative principles? I have broken 2 regulative principles? Or I am envious, I am greedy, I am lusty? We have no qualification. So when we have no qualification, that should not make us depressed, but it should make us humble. How many of us are humble? Jati nicha sangi, patita dhama, Prabhu Goswami and Sanatana Goswami, they are telling our jati is Nicha, our association is Nicha. We are the most fallen, we are the degraded. Lord Chaitanya said, your humility is breaking my heart. First, give up this humility. So the first line, what is the first instruction Lord Chaitanya gave it to Rupa and Sanatan? Give up your humility. This false humility, this it's too much. That's your humility is breaking my heart. But so many acharyas come here, sitting in the temple, become humble, become humble, become humble. Because we are not humble. Gopi Bhartar Patkamala, Dasana Das, the Brahmanas, when they enter into the altar, they will, what is that they say? Vishnu Sudrunaham Parni Nachakrupatana Namaste, Navanaste Ethiru, Kintu Protinikle, Paramananda Purnam, after Gopir Padakamara Das Dasana Das. Yes, first actually, Satsuru Maharaj says this. We make a lot of progress. Anybody makes a lot of progress first 2 years because we don't know anything. Krishna is also number one salesman. When we come into the temple, they give prasad, nectar. And we see deities, oh, amazing. And we see devotees, pure devotees. But 2 years later, everyone is not a pure devotee. First day you are thinking he is a pure devotee, she is a pure devotee. 2 years later we are thinking, no. They are not pure devotee. That is not their problem. It is my problem. That is not their problem. It is my problem. We think we have made progress because of our abilities. I used to think like that at least. After this many years, I realized I have no qualification. Give me that humility, my Lord. My time is running out. I'm not there yet. So initially, servant of servant of servant. A year later, servant of servant only. 1 year later, servant only. Later, boss only. Then bossanu boss. Dasana das gaya. Bossanu boss only. You come to temple, you do your service, go away. One time we asked Janmashtami, any question, any problem, so many problems might have happened, let us discuss. One devotee said, no problem, everything went on very well. No, please at least tell so that we can rectify them. Others offered, but he said, no, I didn't find anything. Yes. So, what is that? They are Siddheshwara, these forkumaras. Trust me, means Anima, Garima, Lagima, all these, Kamya Vasayat, but I don't know all, I don't remember actually. But this mystic powers, Ashtasiddhi Navanitike Data Saradinha Janaki Mata Ram Rasayan Kumare Pasadaho Raghupati Ke Dasa. So that person who has Ashtasiddhis, if you pray, he'll give you Ashtasiddhis. What is he doing? Sitting in one corner chanting Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. In other words, you are sitting and chanting holy name. You are much better than the people who have acquired Ashtasiddhi through this Ashtanga Yoga. People who are trying to get one yoga, one perfection in Himalayas. One yogi told my brother, not me. He worked very hard for 30, 40 years. And finally he acquired one siddhi of walking on Ganga, on water. The moment he acquired that siddhi, he started walking on water on Ganga from this end to that end to this end every day. Because it's amazing. One day, one sadhu called him and said, hey, you gave up your family, you gave your wife, children, job, everything. And finally you got this siddhi at the fag end of your life. If you give 25 paise, that boatman will help you cross from this end to that end. Why are you unnecessarily spending whatever you acquired with such a difficulty, whatever you acquired. So, real thing is servant of servant, which is very difficult actually. Quoting slokas is so easy when somebody is listening. Application is so difficult when nobody is there, but we have to apply. How many of you agree? So there is a sannyasi called Varsana Maharaj. I never saw him quote one verse. Pure devotee, Mahabhagat devotee, very focused. You know. So the point is, one should be very clear of what he or she wants, what we want. Bhakti Mukti Siddhi Kami, Sakala Asanta, Krishna Bhakta Nishkama, Atayeva Shanta. Materialists, they want money. No? And Jnanis, they want impersonal liberation. Ashtanga yogis want siddhis. That's why they're very unhappy. But there is one word, Krishna Bhakta Nishkama. If you're a Nishkama Krishna Bhakta, then only you're Shanta. Otherwise, naturally you will go to the category, first line category, not the second line category. Sadhana is very important. Time is running out. Time is running out. So Prabhupada writes that they were descending. They were descending and they did not use any machines. Srila Prabhupada in 2 occasions he spoke on this. One day, Prabhupada spoke on interplanetary travel. He said, you can travel to other planets. I'm sure. Easy journey to other planets, Prabhupada wrote. Because 1960s, all the countries were planning to go to other planets, especially moon. Immediately Prabhupada wrote a journey home, easy journey to other planets. Just chant Hare Krishna, you'll go there. What moon? You'll go back, you'll go beyond moon. You'll go to spiritual world only. So when Prabhupada was speaking different means of travel, means of transportation, Prabhupada said, you can you can you can you can jump into Ganga, you can by your mystic power upstream you can swim and you can go to other planets. You can also, as a transcendental spaceman like Nardman, you can go using mystic force, you can go. Or you can, what is that, like bird, big bird, you can also travel. So Prabhupada was explaining, you can hold a ray of the sun and travel. Prabhupada was giving different. Then one person asked, one reporter asked Srila Prabhupada, you are telling all these different types of travel, then why you came to this place through American Airlines? Prabhupada said, only just to be one amongst you. Only just to be one with you, Prabhupada said. In another situation, Prabhupada said, you were traveling all over the world, taking that flight, this flight, you're traveling on, actually Srila Prabhupada went to America in Jaladuta in 1965. But Srila Prabhupada came to Detroit in 1968. Who was waiting at the airport? Henry Ford grandson. That time, fresh Lincoln Continental car was the the car of the time. So Ambarish Prabhu was waiting with the Lincoln Continental as a chauffeur for Srila Prabhupada. So you are traveling all these Rolls Royce cars, that car, these cars. You are traveling in the flights. Why are you doing that if you are so humble? Prabhupada said people are going to hellish planets left and right. They are traveling so fast to go to hell. To stop them, I have to go faster than them. That's why I have taken this. Prabhupada said that. So actually, no, there is it appeared the last 2 lines, little contradiction. What is that contradiction? The forkumaras appear where there is no sin, and they are appearing because there is no sin. It is not contradiction. But before I touch on this topic, Srila Prabhupada, actually Mother Malti told me, at least 3 times Srila Prabhupada said, Narad Muni is here, put a chair, put an asana. She told me. 3 times Prabhupada said. One day Mother Yamuna Mataji was singing Hare Krishna Dhun. Suddenly Srila Prabhupada picked up his mic, he started singing Narad Muni Bhajai Vina Radhika Ramana Name. So two mics, one Hare Krishna is going and another Narad Muni. It's like, then she turned back and said, Prabhupada, should I stop? Prabhupada said, continue Hare Krishna. And he continued. So they couldn't understand. Then Prabhupada said, put a vasan here, Narad Muni is here. And one time they booked a hall, 1,000 people hall, but there were only 10, 15 people in the that hall. But Prabhupada gave a lecture as that the hall was, there were thousands of people. Prabhupada's lecture was very powerful. So after that, Mother Malti told me she went to Srila Prabhupada, and Prabhupada, we tried our best to bring people, these hippies, but we couldn't bring more than 15 people. Prabhupada said, did you see? The hall is full. Narada Muni is there, Brahma is there, Lord Shiva is there, all the devatas are there. Another occasion, Prabhupada said, put an asana, Narada Muni is here because he could deliver one Mrugari. He could convert one Ratnakar dacoit into Valmiki. But here so many Mrugaris are being delivered. He was very happy to see that Prabhupada said that. No? So they are coming to the places only when there is no sin. But Srila Prabhupada, amazing. What a personality Srila Prabhupada actually. Living in Radhamar temple, hardly 2 kilometers away from Sevakunj, from Sivat, where rasa dance happens every day. People go to Vrindavan to die. Srila Prabhupada chose New York City. Do you know why Srila Prabhupada chose New York City? Why not Los Angeles? Why not Michigan? Why not? Why he didn't stay in Butler, Pennsylvania? Most sinful place on the planet Earth is New York City. That's why this person, living only 2 kilometers away from Sevakunj, went to, as a Senapati Bhakta of Lord Chaitanya, went to deliver compassion. Compassion, actually, sometimes we think we have compassion. Compassion is a quality on somebody who is on bhava stage. We don't have compassion. We have only passion. One devotee said, what is compassion? Passion come karo. So for us, we don't have any compassion. We are passionate. But if we become the instrument of compassion of Srila Prabhupada, that Mahabhagavad devotee who came to this world to deliver people, we don't know about others, at least one day he'll glance us and he'll pick us up from this dungeon. It's very, very important actually. So, so what is that? Uh, Srila Prabhupada told in his last days, install my murtis. And they started installing Srila Prabhupada murtis everywhere. This Bhattacharya from Bangalore actually. He went to Mumbai with Srila Prabhupada. Those days a priest booking a flight ticket was so difficult. It was very expensive. So now that too it was very difficult to access even Srila Prabhupada because Prabhupada was always surrounded by Westerners. They did not allow Srila Prabhupada to see him. So, no, I came from Bangalore and I'm a priest. I want to see him urgently. Finally, they allowed him. Swamiji, you're alive and you're installing your murtis. And don't you know, whoever will come and touch the murti, you will get karma. You're already very sick. The problem in the last 1 year, he didn't eat only liquids. Bhaktacharya Swami says, Papa says, what is the use? I'm not digesting anything. Little bit anything you take, it will become phlegm. Such a difficult things the time he was going through, but still Srila Prabhupada said, Srila Prabhupada said, install my murtis. So this priest from South India, the Bangalore, he asked Srila Prabhupada, don't you know if people would come and touch your feet, the feet of the Murti in the temples, you will get karma, you're already suffering. Srila Prabhupada said, that's what I came to this world for, to take karma. Ooh. Then that person, without speaking anything, he went around Srila Prabhupada, he did production, circumambulation, come back, causeless compassion. You come to this world to take karma of everyone. Even after you leave this world, through your murtis, you will take karma continuously. So, in the previous chapter, one time actually recently I was thinking this. And most of the people don't come to Krishna consciousness. All the temples put together, how many people? What is the population of ISKCON? 1 crore. Initial devotees. I know some people come, right? Janmashtami they come. So all to put together. 1 crore? 1 crore for sure. Initial devotees are how many? Total. 3 lakhs. Hey, what is 3 lakhs out of 8 billion population? Huh? So, okay, like let us see people come, some supporters, uh, 3, 4 crores. What is 3, 4 crores out of 8 billion population? Then one day I was thinking, others don't even know that. So they are going through so much of suffering and they think they are enjoying. What is your enjoyment? Gulab jamun, 30 seconds. Rasgulla gulab jamun, 1 minute. Change samosa, 2 minutes. Actually, my conclusion, the biggest happiness in the material world today is actually eating. For others, sex life. Kali Yuga, these are the two things actually. And when the suffering comes, Hare Krishna. Hours and hours and hours you have to wait to see the doctor. Welcome to the diabetes capital of the world, India. How many of you know India is the diabetes capital of the world? And we don't remember that 1.5 2 minutes happiness, but we go through so much of suffering. My Lord, why you don't even reveal? I was thinking actually, seriously. As though the next day opened, Kapila Muni is underground praying for the deliverance of everyone. Supreme Lord is praying for the deliverance of everyone. Forkumaras for the chapter before. So many devotees are praying for the deliverance of all the people. What is the nonsense here? We ourselves. Trust me, there are more churches in America than universities. There are more temples and mosques and synagogues in India than colleges. Still, people are very adamant. They don't want to take it up. This Ram Janmabhoomi temple inauguration, 1,000 crores and crores of people. I really appreciate. Congratulations, no doubt. But then I was thinking, I really want to see a week later how they are taking care of the deity. That is very important. Marriage, people will come, wife and they bless husband, wife and husband, and they go away, they give the gifts also. But you come and see them after 5 years. First 1 month, everyone is happy actually. The real success of marriage is not first 1 month. Real success, are they together for 30, 40, 50 years? So my point is, great temple is made there. We should also make temple here. Indians should understand that. So Namruchi Jivadaya Vaishna Seva. Time is running out. Tomorrow will never come. Today. Vaiseshik Prabhu says, I don't want to become a big devotee. I want to become a sincere devotee. These are the few thoughts. Lord Sri Chaitanya, actually not 1 more minute is there. प्रेम रस निर्यास करिते आस्वादन रागमार्ग भक्ति लके करite pracharan. No? So Lord Chaitanya came to experience that Radha Bhav. At the same time, he came to preach. The doors were, Krishna Loka are open, and first time Lord Chaitanya is freely giving what Brahma is looking for, Shiva is looking for. Sevarinchi Nutam Saranyam. Dayam Sada Paribhognam Vishtadoham Tirthaspadam Siva Virinchi Nutam Saranyam. But how much are we really capitalizing? Everyone has to ask this question, am I sincere? Better to be sincere. Because every mantra you focus, every day you come to Mangalarti, Krishna really sees, he observes you, he's marking attendance. Every day you do some service, every day, every time you are sincere, little service, every time you respect a devotee, every time you go and appreciate a devotee, Krishna is happy. Our progress is internal, not external. Rather than being identified with the externals, we should identify internally ourselves. Then we may make a lot of progress. Please do forgive me if I have spoken anything wrong. Thank you very much for your patience. Any question or comment, Hare Krishna? Any comment?
Build a big temple. And you said that what kind of service will go on. But what I feel from ISKCON viewpoint, many of ISKCON temple also built big way. But I do see that there is a laxity in the seva. So how do we comprehend what you said about Ayodhya and about our own ISKCON center?
I mean, before I speak about Ayodhya, I speak about our temples first. One day one person said, actually Srila Prabhupada is one person. I'm sorry, end of the day I'm in a ISKCON devotee. So many people were sitting. Trust me, they must be very exalted. Otherwise they would not have been invited. But Srila Prabhupada, what Srila Prabhupada has done, no one has ever done in the history of mankind. When world was actually American government was putting money in the research in the area of aerodynamics. They picked up one scientist and they were giving money to him. American government did not even take care of Wright brothers. So December 12th, I think, early 19th century, the Wright brothers started flying. World didn't even know. America didn't even know. Likewise, India was actually the what is that? The one millionaire of spirituality. India did not know what Srila Prabhupada has done. In fact, there was a criticism Srila Prabhupada was giving actually Brahmin to Westerners and ruining Indian culture. 50 years later, everyone is looking towards ISKCON. Even today, one CEO said, hey, Citibank, wherever you go, they open on time. Because Citibank is like third or fourth bank in the world in terms of money, in the terms of assets, we can understand. Hey, your temples also, wherever we go, same time. 5 o'clock Mangalarti. Whatever your time, same time. Amazing. And with today, when the ladies also drink and equally with men, and you guys don't even drink coffee and tea. How you're able to achieve it? This person is great. So, what Srila Prabhupada has achieved in 1965 was amazing. He built 108 temples, and people who do not know Ram and Krishna, who do not know anything about West, East, Bhakti of Vedic culture, Srila Prabhupada, transformed their hearts in 2 months, Prabhu. I got a job in 2000. I went to America. Of course, I gave it up and became a monk. Actually, my faith grew in Srila Prabhupada after I went to America. To transform one American? Array, so difficult. And this big Prabhupada, it is like 46, 47 years since he left the world. And all the Prabhupada disciples in America, I'm not talking about big gurus, the simple disciples. I'm a Prabhupada man, chanting 16 rounds past 53 years. Amazing. Amazing means amazing. Anyone you ask, you are not his body, Prabhu. They are all drug addicts and hippies. You are not his body, Prabhu. First line. And because they joined so early, they don't know anything but Prabhupada and Krishna, nothing else. That is a height of achievement any guru could imagine. After 53 years, still they are continuing chanting 16 rounds, following four regulative principles. But coming back to your question, Prabhuji, materialism is rampant, no doubt. World has actually, you should know this line also. 2 years ago, all the people in this Harvard School of Divinity, professors came together and said, uh, what Swami Prabhupada achieved is on par with or even higher than what Jesus Christ and Prophet Muhammad achieved, because world was much better 2000 years ago and 1500 years ago. Swami Prabhupada achievement is definitely even higher than them or on par with them. Who is commenting this? All the professors of Harvard School of Divinity 2 years ago. Amazing. With that being said, Prabhuji, we need to preserve this jewel. Not because Srila Prabhupada transformed somebody's lives, because Srila Prabhupada transformed my life. My life. I have a question for all of you. Okay, you have so much money, you have all these towers, you have crores and crores, 100 crores, 1,000 crores. Next life, you have become a dog in the same house. What is the use? Or you have become a plant, or you have become an insect, or a crocodile, or a Krishna. So, first thing is, I was thinking, I'm watching all these great souls in Ramjan, that video, so that thing. End of the day, ISKCON is ISKCON. What Srila Prabhupada has done to the Vedic culture, has done to, Sanatana Dharma is impeccable. I told Hare Krishna devotee will die as Hare Krishna devotee only. The day you understand what is that you have got, if you don't understand, you'll leave. The day you understand, you'll stay. You'll read the stories of Ramanand Rai, decorating Devadasis, but still he was giving class, and Lord Chaitanya said, no, Pradyumna Mishra, I cannot speak, Ramanandra can speak. The problem of this world is lust. Just as Harisauri Prabhu says, what is Srila Prabhupada power? On the Back to Godhead magazine, 1970, the Rasalila Krishna was dancing with gopis. That is the cover page of Back to Godhead. Prabhupada had full faith. Even if this drug addicts, one Prabhu told me, hippies means we'll make friendship with the opposite sex. In 5 minutes, we'll enjoy sex. We don't even know that. Prabhupada transformed them. That's the power Srila Prabhupada had. We live in Srila Prabhupada compassion. Yes, our temples. So now coming back to the answer to the question, Prabhuji, we should preach to students in the colleges. We should preach to youth rather than investing on people. Problem is, anybody who finds taste for the material life, even if you understand this is great, you cannot come. So better catch those people in 20s. If you really ask me, ISKCON will thrive by schools, Sunday school. Somebody asked me, I will not open a second temple. I'll open a school. Take 300 people, students, start LKG to 12th grade in America. Roji, we started our temple through Sunday school actually. I mean, I don't know that time. So we should focus. ISKCON should focus. ISKCON should thrive as an educational institution. And some people will be convinced and they will go back to Godhead. Some people will join full time. But our focus should be on children and education actually. I mean, I also am a temple president, so I attended the temple president meeting only in November. Hridayanand Maharaj was actually addressing all the temple presidents. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, yes, India has how many? 120 different sampradayas, maybe more than that, 5,000 sampradayas. But Bhaktivinoda Thakur is a celebrity. Even today, after this many years, he's a scholar. If you become a scholar, people will follow you. So we should focus as an education. Culture, education, two things. That's why you're calling it ICC. Great, perfect. Cultural Center. You're calling Pune NVCC. So Vaisashi Prabhu tells his disciples, that's what I heard. You start ISKCON Temple as a cultural center. You start ISKCON Temple as an educational center. Hold 300 students. Preach to them. Definitely, when you unzip their brains and pour Krishna when when they were actually very young as children, believe me, 10-20% will stay with us. I know world is changing drastically. It's very scary, no doubt. But that is the solution I felt, Roj. I don't know whether it answered your question or not.
So they become stable.
The first line I didn't say that.
Ah.
Standards should continue, no doubt. But we should focus on education. We should grow as an educational institution. Then our problems will be solved. But standards, some people come because we are actually hardcore. They are very conservative. When people are drinking, still these people are very good. These people are very good. So yes, that is the reason why we are able to retain people. ISKCON devotee will die as an ISKCON devotee because he understood the greatness of it. Standards, if I don't speak relaxing it, because I'm not in that position, but I focus only one point, focus on education, focus on culture. I'm not a GBC to speak on standards, and it's difficult, no doubt, much more difficult in America, but still centers are running, ISKCON is growing in America too. That's what I can.
All right.
Thank you. Any other question or comment? Yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you for the amazing class. Prabhu,
Just give me. I just want to add one thing, Prabhu. There should be grades in the sense, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, 4 rounds, 8 rounds, 12 rounds, 16 rounds. 4 rounds should be recognized too. 8 rounds should be recognized. We recognize only 16 rounds. That's one small thing. For example, 4 rounds. Prabhuji, Garland, amazing. You're 4 rounder. So you should have a birth. 8 rounds should have a birth. 12 rounds should have a birth. Not only Brahmin devotees. Then problem. America is struggling and importing Indians, and this will not. We realized it. I also have 4 brahmacharis in our temple. We are not depending on manpower from India. But cooks I cannot bring from America. So the thing is, then this is what I thought. There should be a birth. Appreciate 4 rounder. Never reject him. Amazing, bro. 4-rounder. No, I cannot say only 16-rounder. He'll go back to Godhead. That is wrong. Mercy, I cannot put. I cannot put bridges. Or what do you call? I cannot put. Huh? No, no, no. Restriction. Exactly. I cannot put obstructions. 4-rounder, great. So then more people will come. That's another. Yes, Prabhu.
One point you talked about time is running out.
Yes.
So, like I was recently attending a funeral when I saw that, okay, someday this happened to me also. But as soon as I come out after a day or two, it looks like it's gone off the mind. So practically, how as a practicing devotees, how do we uh, inculcate that? Okay, time is running out. I have to be serious. How, like any suggestions, guidance on?
Definitely, I'm going to touch this point tomorrow. But today, answer is this, Prabhu. Pasyati apasyati. I'll show you something tomorrow, but I'll tell you. Prabhuji, what is the size of the soul? Anybody? Yeshagar sadavagasya bhago jiva savijnaya sachinantaya kalpate. So the size of the soul is 10 power minus 4 tip of the hair, Prabhuji. I'll show you tomorrow. Come on the 5th day when father and mother come together. We are like a chickpea size. 10th day it's a plum. So what all the elements are aggregated and given to us. So 9 months later we came out. One famous superstar, he says, I don't want to remember my childhood because I couldn't walk for 1 year, I couldn't speak for 3 years. But we forgot. That's a power. If you want to, so anyway, the last point. So we elements came together and mother gave us birth. Sometime later, elements will disintegrate. Half-life period. In science it is their half-life period. Everything will be disintegrated, including our body. Our bodies will have to merge. Elements have to be disintegrated. Vayur anilam amritam, that Ishopanishad verse, yathedam basmantam sariram. So means the earth has to go to earth, air has to go with mix with the prana, the 5 airs have to mix with air. Why? That's why we should regularly come and hear. Read Srila Prabhupada books. Prabhupada has that power. Hang on with devotees. Hang on with devotees and hear and never leave the bead bag. Prabhuji, actually, believe me, if anybody remembers that today, fear will come, Prabhu. So much fear. I was watching the funeral of Kadamba Kanan Maharaj. The Yugal Kishore, Prabhu, doctors told me, actually not this Rath Yatra, the Rath Yatra before we met. Maharaj, then I started speaking, no, I don't want to glue. I don't want you to say the final words. We were talking, finally he said, I have to go. And he led a kirtan, amazing. New York Rath Yatra, amazing kirtan he led. Nobody knew past 1 month he was not eating. He was only on liquids. Because that intestine, the evacuation at the place of evacuation, there was this much tumor blocking it. When he told me that if this tumor is blocking, I have problem evacuating, that's why I'm liquids. I was thinking, I'm sorry to tell all of this. We are putting breakfast, lunch and dinner, breakfast, lunch and dinner, breakfast, lunch and dinner through this pipe. 2018, we opened our temple. Somebody donated silver cups to the lordships, Radha Gopi Janwal. So last year, Pujari came and said, some of these cups were leaking. He showed me. Oh, silver cups were leaking? Immediately thought, silver cups are leaking after 5 years. Poor Yugal Kishore Das, you're putting breakfast, lunch and dinner through this pipe. Why you don't think one day this pipe will leak? This is not made up of silver. That day I became serious. When he showed me that silver, my intestine is not made up of silver. And the acid, hydrochloric acid that is generated, is very powerful. That's why many people have acidity problem. Then that day I thought, "Arey yaar, I should become serious." You're all listening or not? After all, you put Rabdi. Rabdi is not hydrochloric acid. It is leaking. He showed me. Arey, I'm putting breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Wow. I told him, thank you very much for telling this. It's a wake up call for me. So, Prabhuji, we should actually, many people, they don't come to ISKCON because you guys discuss death. It is like ostrich mentality, you know. You know ostrich mentality? Ostrich is, tiger starts chasing ostrich. Ostrich think I cannot run. So buries the head in the sand thinking tiger is gone. But tiger will do, tiger will get rid of the panting, then cool eats the ostrich. So don't run away from the reality. That is the reality. One day what he told me, he saw his father's body is being burnt. I never thought this would happen. You know the problem? Education, Prabhu. Education says you're this body. If you make money, you'll be happy. And that's my answer to you, Prabhuji. Actually, more than the thing of education. You're this Jim Carrey. How many of you know Jim Carrey? The famous comedian. I pray everyone in the world get what they want. A palatial mansion, bank account, a car, huge money. Then they realize this is not the solution for happiness. I pray they should get. That's what he said. Today's Prabhupada says this education is making thieves, terrorists. There is a problem with education. Professor is telling in America, you pay this much money. Indians, they bring 50 lakh loan to do masters in America. For what? You make money, you'll be happy. A professor is miserable. Professor is very unhappy. But he's telling you make money, you'll be happy. Education. And his education is telling this is you're the eyes, you're the nose, you're the ears, you're this body. If you gratify your senses, you'll be happy. If you gratify your senses, your mind will become dull. I have an American program also. One day I said every second person in America has a mental problem. One American got up and said, "You're wrong." So really, why? 90% Americans have mental problem. I said, "You're American, white American, so you know better than I do." So when you keep on gratifying your senses and mind will become dull, and eventually will bring a mental problem. People don't understand. Happiness is not a product. Happiness is state of consciousness. But what do? We think happiness is a product. If I get this, I'll be happy. If I enjoy, I'll be happy. If I buy a car, I'll be happy. If I have 15G, what is it? Some iPhone? No. Even after having all these things, you are miserable. There are say monks sitting here. It is a standing testimony. A monk is there means it is a standing testimony. Happiness is not a product. Happiness is a state of consciousness. I purposefully tell in America, my income is zero. I have no income. Really? You have no income? How you live? As though you'll die, No, you'll live. Even if you have the whole world in your pocket, you have not found happiness, you're miserable. But even if you don't have anything, you have found that happiness, you're happy. My point to you, read Gita, Prabhu. Yes, hang on with devotees. Read Prabhupada books actually. And stay with those sincere people. Not wishy-washy, lose devotees. Sincere devotees. Or if nobody is there, you become that. You become that devotee. You set an example. People will follow. I know so many, literally. Today morning, so Mangalarti was so wonderful. That's what people are looking for. One day I took a billionaire to Mayapur, Mangalarti. 1,500 people. I said, how is it? He said, amazing. This is what I've been looking for. 40 years I went behind technology. Frustrated. I said, this is what I'm looking for. Does it answer your question? I think we should end it here. I'm sorry. Thank you very much. And I'm not sincere, trying to be sincere. Okay. Thank you very much. If I've spoken anything wrong, do excuse me as your humble servant, grateful for your patient audience.
Hare Krishna, we are very fortunate to have with us His Grace Yugal Kishore Prabhu, who is based in Michigan. He's the temple president of Detroit Temple, traveling across US and preaching in many universities and the companies. If I When devotee had sent me the list of all the colleges and all, it was a big list. So I thought, instead of reading all this one, he travels across America preaching to many of the local people and all, and is mainly focused on creating a community and bringing the people together and giving them the uh, Vedic solutions for the modern problems in simple terms. So that way Prabhuji is traveling, and Prabhuji is in India for few days. That he agreed to come to Bangalore for today and tomorrow. Prabhuji is there. Today also he has few programs, and tomorrow morning again we have the Bhagavatam by His Grace Yugal Kishore Prabhu in ICC. So we're very fortunate to have with us. And also Prabhuji has written a book, The Art and Science of Self-Mastery. It is a pack of 3 books on anger management, stress management, and time management. A monk's wisdom for stress, anger, and time management. So if any of you want to have this book, books are available. And we would like to thank and express our gratitude by chanting Hare Krishna mantra once. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram. Hare Ram. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
One line is Nursing Chaitanya Prabhu with so many problems, one after another, one after another, one after another. So many centers in Bangalore, in and around Bangalore. He started. So you can take inspiration. Where can you get inspiration more than him? So we should all take inspiration from Nursing Chaitanya. Narahari Chaitanya Prabhu, sorry. Narahari Chaitanya. You know. So you see, one person is fine. Only one person. I'll know my hell or high water, whether it rains or sun shines, I will follow him as his servant. One will become one, then 1 plus 1 becomes 11, like that. Prabhupada said, I don't want 10 stars, I want 1. Then the revolution. So Prabhuji, I will serve you, no problem. Guru Maharaj will not come every day. He is there every day. You know. And Guru Maharaj will not correct you. Even he comes once in a year, he will not correct you. Because if he corrects you, you will become upset. So he will not correct you. So your plus and minuses, good, bad, and good, he knows, more or less. I will support you. You just the local authority. Then the things will go far. No, I will not surrender to you. I will surrender to Guru means Guru will not come and he cannot correct you. If you correct, you'll be depressed. So he can correct. So you can learn from him also. So many problems, like it's called raising from the ashes. From nowhere one seed comes, one, it grows like. Narahari Chaitanya Prabhu ki will end it.